colors. And a real big tower. What is this? There's something set up around here. Oh. Alright, green crystal thingy. No? Oh, right, the background. There we go. What have I wrought? Poltish server. Oh. That was vibes. I didn't expect that to go right in. I didn't have to check which one. Wow. I guess I just intuited it, because it kind of has a shape. Yeah, it matches up with where the dot is. The gap in that shape. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Just threw me off a little bit. But yeah, it's a little copyright little C with a little gap in the middle on the right. So the only way to get this in would be to pick the one that is on the right, and the stem goes in. Okay, so we probably use these up here then. Okay. What do you do? I'm turning some shit on. Just haven't been to the inside locations for half these places, but there's stuff going on around here. Should I just see if I can do all these right now, I guess? Curious. Diagonal green. Oopsie. So my inventory is just full of stuff that specifically needs to be used right here. I'm thankful that so far it seems like I can solve things mostly intuitively by just looking at them. Because I was a little terrified that I would have to constantly dive through that crazy, like, pile of text that I was having trouble parsing in order to do this. I appreciate the text more when it's just letters about people's emotions and conflicts and so on. I'm less into it when it's like these extremely detailed breakdowns of like logistical stuff. Specifically, I played a game called Infra, which was a game about failing infrastructure, and you go through and you're basically like an OSHA agent going through crazy amounts of industrial buildings alone and reading documents constantly. And I think that game was less dry in a lot of its description than this is when it insists on talking about that stuff so much. I'm just like, it's just odd. And from that topic, if you're a fan of the Myst games and whatnot, Infra is actually a pretty good, INFRA, is actually a pretty suitable follow-up to play if you're the fan of the rest of the series. Very different setting, because it's set in basically the modern world, but it has that similar overall vibe, because ultimately so much of Myst is about going around in some old structures and figuring out how they worked in order to fix them or get them to do what you want them to do and so on. Well, this is certainly a chance to clean up my inventory. And here I was sure I had to grab these 4 fuses and like check their scores somewhere with the thing and the stuff. I didn't think I'd all just be popping them into some machines and presumably being done with them from here on out. So do I go Do I check out these portals or the tower? There's so many places. I'm scared. What's over here? Helash. I hope the work on the Glorfiak mines isn't keeping you up too late at night. I stepped outside the factory guard tower the other day to witness one of the Golor crafts landing outside, practicing evacuation procedures. Apparently. The scream of their engines are still ringing in my ears. I have been stationed at the Neyyah's chamber for quite some time now, and while the sun is out, casting its glorious, beautiful glow across these still waters that surrounded me, I cannot savor the tranquil moment when my mind remains so troubled. Smolux has managed to persuade Lord Bellicane to start construction of what he is calling the Ocean Portal, right here at our sacred Neyyah chamber. We have been working hard to maintain and grow the Neyyah in this chamber for years, centuries. Now this outsider wants to change everything. The Zyphor fish have abandoned these waters since materials were brought down from these blasted heap of space rock. Olujay. It's cast the darkest shadow across Neyyah ever since it arrived. I only found out the other day that another ocean portal is going to be constructed at the Levitation crane. A smaller portal, somehow connected to the one that is being built here. Just another area for Smolux to smother his poisonous hands all over. And that's what he is. He is poison to this land. None of the Paleotish clan seem eager to share any news on the strange disturbances which have been detected from the Palaska Shrine. Have they been in correspondence with Orion? Our beloved sacred Neyyah. Surely Orion can do something to prevent this violation. Smolux speaks of pursuing new avenues to generate more powerful Paitas. Building new Olurian machines will enable us to grow, and the Neyyah plant has seemingly become his new toy. That man will only accomplish one thing, leaving behind the drained soul of this land. Smolux should take his floating heap of rock and return to the stars. Leave us be. Does Konanovic know of his plans? Have any of our lords told him what changes are being made here on Neyyah? Have they been abandoned? Have they abandoned us? I guess time will only tell. Construction of the ocean portal. So this is before, this note's been sitting here since before the betrayal, I assume? Because all of those people are gone right now, I think. Which raises questions about, like, how is all the infrastructure around them failing and crumbling from being old, but then, like, notes are just sitting out here in the elements and they're surviving? I keep trying to click on this right here because it looks like a document, but I think it's just, like, tape or rope around this post. And not like a note that's been posted. And I think that's just a door that got ripped off of here. I don't know what to make of the idea that this door has been sheared off the building's side by decay and age, but this note is just sitting here because a cup was laid on it gently. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense. Oh, there's a panel out here. My only yellow. Plasma shield, Neyyah heater chamber. The Neyyah plant must be protected and nurtured at all costs to make sure potent Neyyah spores are grown on every Neyyah site. Unfortunately, a species of fish known as Zyphor fish seem to be populating the Neyyah heater chamber with the hunger for the spores. A plasma shield has been set up on the outside of the chambers to prevent the fish from entering the pool when the spores are being harvested. We read this before. Just an alternate place to read the same document? Is that all that the thing said? Are they saying that I've activated or deactivated the portal? guess I'll press it an odd number of times so that it will have toggled to the state that I didn't start off at. Assuming it's a toggle. Because even if we don't know what we're doing, we generally want to make things progress in some way. There's just some rocks sitting here at this one. I think I'm back to the stall I was at before, so let's look up this one. Oops. Okay, all the ladders look like this, they lead the same place. One conjoined catwalk. There's a staircase, the ladder going even higher. A couple of them. Big old pool down here. All 4 symbols are here. You need to be able to orient yourself to be able to tell which way these ones are facing, which is probably kind of a flaw in this way of numbering things. Spore delivery chute. To enable the delivery of higher spore quantities, a recent chute and portal system has been set up on the Ashka Site-28. Spores can be sent via workers in the Ashka heater chamber, though the entry through the entry chute located here. A Shruyuki portal is currently in use to transfer the spores to another worker at an exit chute, which is constructed at the Toledo portal, leading to the spores docks 1. The chute will remain inactive until another spore harvest is imminent, operated remotely by Olujay. So I'm guessing that the implication here is that we need to go through the chute to get somewhere, and so we want to cause a harvest. That'd be a very missed thing to do, is try to cause a sequence of actions of how this place normally works, because the act of it working also lets us go somewhere. I don't think this opens. It kind of looks like it might be a camera because it's red, and the other red dot was a camera apparently. The one from the beginning. Meow 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 meow. Heater servers must be powered. Trondi counts must be entered. The Trondi counts. Whatever Trondi is. There was like Trondi indicators all the way back at the beginning, so I guess that might be where I have to enter them. If I can figure out what these numbers are somehow. Ludwig Tower activation required. Ludwig connection, heater servers, then Ludwig Tower, then the Ashka heater chamber. So heater servers, Ludwig Tower, Nyashka heater chamber. Which is where I am now, I guess. We have to start at the heater servers, then come to here, I think. Because I'm currently at the end of that sequence. This does resemble the diagram we had. I don't know if I have it in here exactly. There it is. These 4 things in this order, yeah. Oh, you. Oh, that's just the lever. So I can only interact with that. So you set this all up elsewhere, then you come back here and flip the lever. You don't do a puzzle here, seemingly, because nothing seems to be interactive there. And these all go back outside. Let's see, so this should be where I was. Yep. Oops. Anything else near these other spots? Think I got to there? No, don't think so. pressing that terminal might be part of the process that I read about a minute ago. Does this one lead to the Trondy machine? Oh, this is new. Oh, this looks crazy. I guess I'm here now. Alright, let's explore this one. Huge walled off area. Yeah, this looks crazy. It's a stark change from hearing music and stuff, and now we're just like in a creaky space where all you hear is the wind. What's over here? Oh, we're just actively distributing these right now. Oops. Misread that a bit. It has a gear icon, but what is that? Does one of the keys go there? Oh. Oh, the Skarliti key goes there. I must be in Skarliti, apparently. Look at the map. The Skarliti Towers, okay. This place is called Skarliti Towers. I just tried one of the keys I had on hand. Keeps telling me I can look here, but who cares? It's currently just a lever that doesn't want to work. Even though it has... Even though I used the key... Yeah, like that key's gone. I'm down to the dome key and the spare key. I guess I can check back later. This place looks crazy. Is that a note? Yep. Water controls shed. Hooding the basin. Flooding the basin. See, this is why the cursor's just kind of stupid. Vamir, I replaced the fuses at the plug mechanism on the lower level of the basin, as well as the plasma shield console inside the control bunker. Along with a couple new bulbs I've installed in the console behind you, the 2 signals required to flood the basin will now be stronger. I just hope you remember where you stored the key for the console. Mason. Let's see. The 2 signals required to flood the basin will now be stronger. So, plug mechanism on the lower level and plasma shield console at the control bunker? Is that saying I need to go deal with those first or something? I think they're saying that the 2 things here are what I need to fix. Those two lights will light up once I find the correct combination of other things. Hello? Not this time. Not sure what's down there. It's just kind of a thing on the floor. Oh boy. This environment's crazy. Is this one of the two lights? Might be. Okie dokie. Well, that's intimidating and probably explodes or something. So that's fun. Let's see. Does this button work? No. It sure doesn't. Meow. I can't look at the back of this thing. There's little glowy bits. I want to see what their deal was. That's pointing at that. That's interesting. Does it do something? Another one of these boarded up doors. We're growing familiar. Skarliti Towers. The towers. Once the levitation crane was built and surrounding walls secured, Quananovic demanded the 3 towers be built to protect the levitation crane. Aided by the Paletish clan, an engineer by the name of Leyyah Skarliti designed these 3 towers. Each of them became key component in the operation of the levitation crane. As a Lumituke weaponry can be mounted at the 4 windows of each tower in case of an Elopalite attack. 4 soldiers in each tower. 2 workers to operate the individual mechanisms placed at each tower. The gates. The harvesting of paita will take place at the levitation crane via the use of boats, departing from the harbor of Felitsu Island. 3 soldiers shall work and guard the gates to allow the boats to enter the basin. During the harvest, once sea levels have dropped to a safe level within the levitation crane basin, onlookers can watch from the arena and witness the spectacle of 4 beautiful paitas being raised from the ocean floor. Of our beautiful paitas being raised from the ocean floor. Their first step upon a magical journey, fueled by talents of the Paletish clan, cleansed by the Velatron, and thus enabling our world to thrive. What are these for? There's been a few of them around. It's just like a big stick. Doesn't look like it's a rifle or whatever. The levitation crane. The Paletish clan surveyed the oceans along with Quananovic, and the 4 rulers. Far away from the western coastline of Izalta, a machine was constructed called the levitation crane for the purpose of raising paitas from the ocean's floor. A circular wall was built around the crane to protect it, forming a basin at its center. The arena was also constructed with multiple entrances for the public to watch the marvelous operations of the paita harvest. The levitation crane is powered by Levandus crystals, which grow naturally on a black rock called Ulinish. The Skarliti towers are used as power sources to suck up paita from the ocean, controlled via 2 of the towers. Giant clamps are set at either side of Levandus power crystal source, which, alongside the power of a 3rd Skarliti tower, generate energy to begin the levitation process. Paitas will hover within the shaft of the crane, ready for collection. I'm very amused that's like left clamp, right clamp. These are the clamps. You could just call them that, but it specifically labels the left and right ones as being left and right. Left clamp tower, right clamp tower. And then confusingly, the activation tower is just kind of floating over here near the right clamp tower. Like it's implied to be on a single 2-dimensional plane and not like closer to us in a circle or something. There's the crystals growing on the Urlinish rock. I think we saw that near the beginning, actually, with our own eyes, too. Is there a missing thing? Not this time, I don't think. Levitation system and plasma shield. Let's look at the system. Levitation power status inactive. Requires successful transmission of Levantis crystal frequency for activation. Levantis crystal frequency system. Waiting for microphone signals. Data receipt from signal tower / arrival sector. So we have that. We should just successfully transmit power. Plasma shield status. Inactive. Levantis crystals are currently unprotected. Okay. So we can protect it. We're on our way to fixing there being a harvest. We need to successfully transmit the crystals somewhere else around here, I assume. And that's not how we do it. So this won't let me go anywhere yet. Hopefully I'm not getting confused and disoriented around here. This does not seem to work. It came from here, right? Went down there. Was trying to get that to work. Left path. I can go down. Right path. I went down there and got something and did something. The way forward is a weird bridge that doesn't open. And I just went in there, and it requires something else to happen somewhere else. And check in on this whole mess. Okay, those are both different colors now. Okay, it just works now. I had in fact done all of the things. Water has rushed into the Skarliti towers. Okay. That'll change things up a bit. So the shield should be holding the sharks away. That shield, I guess. So there are potentially sharks in these waters right now. Do you have to go into this scary dive chamber? Still can't get across there. No major changes there. That still doesn't do anything. Now this is flooded, so we can no longer go down there. Does this suddenly work? Oh, that's a whole ass barrier. This also doesn't work. Weird battery. Is this it for now, I wonder? Like, the button doesn't do anything, and that's all there is to do, right? I could be missing something, or it could just be this place isn't ready yet. It says I need to transmit something, so I think I might need to get power to beam here for something before I can do anything else. Let us fiddle around for a bit. I previously meant to go back to somewhere else, but got mixed up and accidentally went there. And I've kind of lost my train of thought a little bit there. Ah, back at the beginning. Oh yeah, because there's a few things we can look at around here. I can look at this little thing. Did my stopping points end change? I can still go to these ones. Don't know how these work and if they give me Trondy information or not. The game is stopping me at these spots where I can highlight these little guys. What's going on there? This little half thingy. Doesn't seem to let me rotate it. And this one blinks also, but doesn't let me look at it closer. This is here too. It blinks to indicate that I can look at them. But why am I looking at them? Okay, green light and it's glowing. We're Trondying it up. Pick up crystal, move crystal down. Is it? Okay. Having dedicated indicators of how the controls work is interesting. They really had that, they just were like, okay, this one, people aren't getting this one. Here's a dedicated screen just to explain how to interact with the system. Oh. Did I just do that by putting the crystal in? Don't know if I fully trust this. Let's see. Am I in danger? I just took the Jalud fuse. Okay. Was I always able to do that, or did I just gain the ability to do that by putting that in there? Because it's a little tricky to get yourself be able to press this button in particular. So if I've got a Jaloud fuse now, I think I can use that at the mine? I thought it was the other things called fuses, but no. I've used those ones up now. This is the one I was supposed to put in that one mine cart that I was trying to get into that you can go underneath. So that must work for that purpose. I'm not clear what I'm supposed to do with these crystals right now. But I'll leave one of them in, I guess, and see what that ends up doing. There's a crazy number of nonlinear directions though to go in right now, actually. I think I still haven't gotten here either. So what's in here? I can see why they had the instinct to have like a linear tutorial-y bit at the beginning, because this place is extremely open, it seems, once you get going. Oh. It looks a bit like a gun reticle. Is this one of those towers that we heard about? With the weaponry? It's aiming over there. Levandis frequency system status, waiting for microphone signals. They're always taking the time to build these dragons everywhere. I know it's tied to the source of their power, it just seems like it'd be a pain in the ass. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah, it's not my microphone. I think this whole location might be on pause for now. Well, I'm happy I got that fuse, though, regardless of whether or not it was because I just had to orient the camera correctly to press that button, or if it was because I needed the crystal to power that to do that. I'm not sure which one. It does mean I have a number of loose ends to follow up on it by now. If I can even remember where half of them are. Oh yeah, one of them's over here. Oh yeah, down here, back here. This tiny lever that blends in a bit. But I believe this is where this, not that. This, nope, let go of it. The canister. There we go. Oop. Oh, I can't leave. Okay. So I guess I don't press the lever, I have to do this one? Oh. Oh, there's a button. Yeah, the spacebar comes in handy. Sometimes you're like, where's the controls? How do I do something? Now I've got a filled canister. What have I done? think this might be where the minecart is, though. If I just do this real quick. I was right about that much. So is this a thing I can interact with? It feels like I can't stop at that one. But like, these things look a lot like the other things that you put the paitas in. No, not you. There we go. So fuse goes there. Here, I thought it was the other kind of fuse because I already had an inventory full of fuses. And I thought it was Jalud related. I wasn't sure. Where is this gonna go? This is that transition we've heard about with the nudgers. So we've transitioned between the two types of cart rails, right? Can't really see it from over here, but we're definitely somewhere else at least. And where have I ended up? Oh. Bye.